Becky, what do you think about chicken Kievs?
Chicken Kiev's fucking slap, Ian.
Yeah. We've just had a good discussion about chicken Kievs and putting chicken Kievs in bread.
It's just the extra bread on top of the breadcrumbs. Just elevates it.
It works. It works.
Definitely.
I don't like the idea of Kievs that aren't garlic butter though, because I know I've seen cheese and ham Kievs and stuff.
It's a bullshit. It's for people who are afraid of garlic, and those people can just get to fuck.
Yeah.
Cheese and ham, that's a thing on its own though, isn't it? Isn't that like chicken cordon bleu or something?
Not when it's just fucking ham, hock and cheddar. No, I don't think so.
No, but I feel like it is a thing, isn't it? You flatten out a chicken breast, you put cheese and ham in it and roll it up, and it's its own thing. It's the chicken fucking tikka ones that really upset me.
It is. It's a little bit
Kiev.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get those.
Is that a northern thing?
No, that's a it's a thing that a lot.
Do I just choose not to consider it?
Yeah, your brain just blanks it out.
Yeah,
because it's just they're garlic butter and the rest of them are just bullshit.
I swear they do them at Sainsbury's and stuff like
that. Yeah.
It's not a normal
Do they really?
thing.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna assume that's just me going nope in my head, and because I like chicken tikka, but the idea of chicken tikka with a breaded thing seems really weird to me.
I feel like I could sort of get my head around having a chicken tikka parm, maybe. Chicken tikka on top of breaded chicken.
No.
But chicken, a tikka sauce inside of breaded chicken.
No, not a parm. No, a parm is a certain thing of its own. Don't start fucking around with it. It's when people take something that exists and goes, "Oh, what if we made it like this?" Or what if you just did?
What, oh, this is nice, this chicken Kiev. What if we put it in a sandwich?
No, that's different. That's taking something and putting it into a sandwich, and that's just making everything better.
Anything's better in a sandwich, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the spag bol sandwich.
Spag bol sandwich.
If you have spag bol and you have remainder of spag bol, even if you've literally got spaghetti in it and you make a fucking sandwich out of it, that is legitimately amazing.
Well, I feel like if it's just a bolognese sandwich, isn't that essentially the same as a sloppy joe?
A little bit, yeah. But if you've got a bit of pasta in there, and that is it. Just layer up cheese and then just go for it. That is a sandwich that is hearty.
Carbs are good, real good.
I find if the aim is to make the combination of things dirtier, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It's when it's you're combining these two random things and going isn't this a brilliant creation in a kind of a aren't you impressed way. I'm not impressed by someone eating a chicken Kiev sandwich. I suppose if you ate 20 of them, I'd be impressed. But
or just because of pure scale.
It's but it's more oh, good for you. You've made a dirty combination there. Good on you.
Yeah,
it's not impressed. It's like a kind of a lowbrow respect.
Yeah, it's almost the element of when you're a little bit tipsy and all the takeaways have closed, and so you've got to look and go, what mad shit can I make out of the things that I have here?
Yes, yeah.
They're sometimes the best meal.
Like when I made myself dirty fries the other night.
I mean, you were just lazy.
And all we had in the house were, when you've got in the freezer and you've got the last remaining few fries in a bag because for some reason you went, yeah, those 9 fries will do us at some point elsewhere. I used all of the remaining bags of those.
Franken-fries.
Yeah, Franken-fries and some tater tots were in there, weren't they?
Yeah.
So it was Franken-fries, tater tots, it was 3 different types of fries. That did all of those together, chopped up some meatballs that we had, didn't I?
Yeah. No, I'd pre-chopped them.
Huh?
I'd pre-chopped them.
They weren't pre-chopped.
Pre-cooked.
Pre-cooked. We had chopped them.
Oh no, you chopped them.
Chopped them over the top. Mm-hmm. Some cheese, and then I had myself some dirty fries. It was good eating.
And I'm looking at this chicken cordon bleu thing that Becky has just sent in our chat, and if anybody is interested in Becky tweeting out a link to that, then do let us know. But yeah, chicken cordon bleu. I don't think I've ever had that.
It's nice if it's made properly, but if it's just a cheese and ham Kiev, that's not the same thing. But it's similar principle, similar flavours.
Yeah.
It met chicken cordon bleu once and thought, that's a classy bitch, I'm going to try and emulate it, and then went and got all its stuff from, like, New Look.
And on that note, this is episode 547 of Film Bastards. My name's Ian Loring, and as always, I'm joined by...
Becky Foster, hello everybody.
And Matt Foster, hello everybody.
Hello, one and all. Okay, coming up this week, we have got reviews of the... the maybe surprise hit of the season, just in terms of just how well it's done, particularly in the US, Twisters, as well as a catch-up review of Horizon: An American Saga Chapter 1. As we all await the new release date for Chapter 2.
You say
no
that...
longer will I be seeing it the day after my birthday.
You say that like it's a funny thing, but... Like, we're not waiting for it, but I'm real keen. Spoiler alert.
I don't know, like that kind of like spoiler alert. That little kind of like trailer montage thing at the end felt like a threat to me.
Fair.
But we'll get into it. So we'll also have some what we've been watching. Trailer. Defo got some Twitter questions. So let's get into it. We're a Pod Syndicate podcast. Please do listen to like-minded shows such as Chinshoka vs. Punter, Rewatch Project, The Good, Bad, The Odd, Entertainment, Landfill, etc. And yeah, let's get into it. Trailers. There's defo a couple of biggies. I'm sure there's probably some others as well, but they're not coming to mind, annoyingly. Mark, Becky, go.
Well, I haven't watched any of the ones that came out today because I was at work, so couldn't. So what's happened? What else have we had?
I've been watching Horizon: An American Saga all day today and making caramel shortbread, so I haven't seen any that have come out either.
Okay.
What have we got?
I need to look at that particular YouTube channel. Alright, well, this isn't a biggie. Rebel Moon, the director's cut. I'll watch it, I think, because Snyder's basically saying they're different films. And I think there's some worth in that, maybe. I like R-rated Snyder. But the first half hour of it is gonna have to be pretty fucking different to sustain my interest.
I'm going to be intrigued to see how long they are. The fact they're both dropping it on the same day feels a little bit like... I suppose one of the main issues I've got with it is, if this is your true vision, why didn't you just release these?
Because he would have been mandated to make a PG-13 cut. It was Netflix's big Christmas film last year, wasn't it? It came out like the Friday before Christmas. Like it was the one. It was the one they were putting all their eggs in the basket for. They wanted it to hit.
It's just... I don't know, it all feels a little bit like he wants to be this one-man kind of cottage industry, but he just keeps on remaking his own films.
Yeah, but then on that, Justice League's a piece of shit.
But Justice League wasn't his film.
Good. But the Snyder Cut's really good, so this could be really good.
It could be, but then my point there, that if I watch it and I really enjoy it, I'll be like, oh, that's great. Why the fuck did I have to watch the previous two, you prick?
Well, yeah, but then, like Ian says, he's probably been told, right, you get this budget, but it has to be a family film.
Mate, they will have said you've got to deliver us a PG-13 cut.
That's fine, but I'm then a little bit like, then how much effort went into those, and did that explain why they were garbage?
That is a point where this trailer says like it's something like experience Zack Snyder's true vision, And it's like, right, so you just made us watch like 4.5, 5 hours of this fucking thing, and it's not actually the thing that you wanted to show us. There is that, like, what we're just kind of like watching a trailer for the version you actually want us to see.
Pretty much, yeah.
But it makes it look shit.
Yeah, but the issue is this trailer still seems to have some of the things that annoyed me in Rebel Moon. So it still seems to have a lot of like that music and all that slow mo, but then all it seems to also have is a lot of over the top CG blood.
I mean, I'd say
and what looks like
sex,
and what looks like going to be another really uncomfortable sex scene.
No,
Love that.
Sophia Patella fucking. It's all right by me.
I mean, do you know, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of hope they're both 3 hours long. I
really don't. What? Why?
Because I just get the feeling that if they come out and I either want them to be 94 minutes long or 154 minutes long.
That's what you want. You want the realisation that he purposely made the PG-13 version long and shit.
I mean, that would be something if both these movies clocked in together at shorter than one of the other ones.
That would be very funny.
Yeah. First one's 86 minutes, the second one's 88 minutes. It's just we've fucked off all the fucking wheat farming. It's just violence and fucking.
Would watch.
Yeah, I would. But yeah, there's those fuckers. What else have we got?
Conclave, which is the new film from the guy who directed All Quiet on the Western Front. The film that maybe won Best Score at the Oscars a couple of years back, despite the fact it just sounds like someone like just yanking a horn on a truck for 2 hours. Brr, brr, you know.
Kind of looks like they've taken Angels and Demons and taken all the fun shit out.
But you're not. Yeah, sorry.
Really accurate.
You are. I had not thought of that, and you are exactly right.
Yeah. So what we're saying is, Ralph Fiennes does not fucking fall out of a fucking helicopter at the end of this one.
I mean...
And then set himself on fire.
Or get branded. It does though. It's a movie for the people that watched Angels and Demons and were like...
We're too big a coward to admit that they liked it.
Yeah, I'm bored of all this murder mystery shit. What's going on in that room?
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with those people.
No. Fuck those people.
Or Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, all Quiet on the Western Front can get to fuck as well. I hope the Emperor has no clothes in with this, to be honest, but we'll see. New another trailer for Alien Romulus, again hyped. What can I say?
I just want the movie now.
Yeah, 100%.
Seems to just be like trailers coming out for things that we've already had trailers for. Like trailer number 45.
Yeah.
Stop it, Deadpool. Just fucking fuck off.
Well, Deadpool will fuck off tomorrow.
I know, but it's like I'm just sick of seeing. Oh, this is the new trailer. Oh, okay. There's another little spoiler in there. Then great. Okay, thanks for that.
We had that second trailer for Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
that looks ace. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'm glad we've got a little bit more story context in this one.
Yeah, because I was a bit dubious if they were just going to be like retreading, but it does look like they've gone in quite an interesting direction with it.
Yeah.
It looks fun. That's all it needs to be.
I'm just looking forward to Tim Burton going, yeah, I quite hate practical effects again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good combination. Like he'll use the CG where he needs to use the CG. Try and go practical. And it looks like there's going to be some fun visuals in this. And I'm really glad the guy with the shrunken head seems like he's actually going to play quite a big comic
character
relief part.
Yeah,
I'm up for that.
I am just looking forward to Michael Keaton getting to do just real fucking zany silliness.
It's not
And
so
Monica
far.
Bellucci's there.
What?
And Monica Bellucci.
And Monica Bellucci there, yeah.
She's shagging Burton now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fucking upgrade. Yikes. Fair play, Tim.
Yep.
What, an upgrade from Helena Bonham Carter? I mean, yeah, she is.
The bag
but...
lady, Helena Bonham Carter, that can't fucking wear proper clothes.
Yeah, alright, yeah. I mean,
Regardless of the aesthetic of her as a human being.
I think
fucking dress...
Yeah. Helena Bonham Carter did way too much lean into the, ooh, bag lady chic. I'm going to make this my entire personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, fair enough.
And now she's shilling sofas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like Sofa World Soapas or something like that. Yeah.
I've seen the advert, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But she's real kooky in the advert, isn't she? She's a real kook.
Do you remember?
You know that auntie that I've got that just dyes... You know that auntie that I've got that just dyes a streak of her hair purple? Or
Yeah.
something?
She's got real kooky auntie energy, hasn't she?
Do you remember, like, when Hollywood actors and whatnot used to go to, like, Japan and get paid a shitload of money to do commercials because they were like, will never be shown in Western TV?
Yeah.
Feels like they've given up on that now. It's just like, fuck it, I'll star in any old shite.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think Robert De Niro doing, like, an Uber one.
Robert De Niro's Uber Eats one, yeah, with...
But, I mean, at least it's for Uber. Like,
Yeah.
that's a... You know, that's...
Oh, it's still bad.
I would say it's for a company, it's for a very big company, and a very big company that he does have shares in.
I just think it's icky.
Yeah, it is
It's
icky.
a bit tacky.
You know...
I mean, it's better than Just Eat.
Yes, yes, exactly. I think the closest kind of, like, almost like American kind of equivalent, in a way, I can think of at the moment. Obviously, I watch a lot of F1, I watch a fair bit of golf, and do you know what white, middle-aged men get advertised? Workday, a finance and HR platform. And they like that's literally the slogan for it. Workday, a finance and HR... They can't even fucking think of anything. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen these ads, but it's corporate types. Stop trying to be rock stars. Stop telling each other you're rock stars. And it's like Billy Idol's in it. Fucking Gwen Stefani's in it. In the latest ones, Travis Barker has come to them now as well. And it's like, I am just like, you lot must be fucking dying inside at advertise. Honestly, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like, I need... Do you know what I'm talking about? Because otherwise I'm going to send you a fucking link. I'm going to make you watch one of these now.
I have seen one of them, yeah.
Like, okay, I feel like you're lying because you don't want to watch one, but that's fine.
No, I think I've seen the Travis Barker one.
Yeah, and it just, honestly, that it just the fact as well that it's like you are advertising to me, basically, and you lot don't respect me. Or you know,
Travis Barker doesn't use Workday.
No, yeah, and the whole point is none of them do because they're rock stars. So you corporate types calling each other rock stars, you know, no, we're the rock stars. But it's also, yeah, but you'll happily take money from a finance and HR platform to shill their shit.
And a fairly shitty one at
that. I mean... Oh, man, I could go on all the live-long day about fucking finance and HR platforms because I am a 40 in 3 weeks bald white male who works in financial services. I am a fucking rock star. So, but yeah, Just Eat. Like, Katy Perry was doing Just Eat stuff, wasn't she? And now what's happened? She's done that Women's World song, which it made me laugh as well. Sorry, just a quick tangent. Did you see the thing that she offered Kamala Harris's team to use Women's World in her events and whatnot, and they declined? That's how badly
it is a little bit like
comeback's gone.
Yeah, it's a bit like it's okay because Beyonce's just said I can use some of her songs.
Fucking right. I'll tell you what as well. I know I've been saying in our boy chat before Biden dropped out, it's not a good idea to get Kamala Harris. I think they need a white male who's not scary. I think I might be wrong. I think she's going to take the fight to Trump, and I think they'll get a white male vice president nominee, and who will wipe the fucking floor with Captain Hillbilly Elegy.
I would love to just sit down with Ron Howard and go, so Ron.
So I mean, apparently, I was listening to a podcast the other day that's like they're based in LA, and they were like, Ron Howard's basically doing all he can to distance himself from that film right now. It's like, I fucking bet you are, mate, living in LA.
Yeah, but you still made it, and it was still shite.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm feeling all right about Kamala Harris. It feels like she's going to be able to get the people who either wouldn't vote or were going to almost vote for Trump grudgingly because they didn't want to vote for Biden. I think she'll get them back.
Yeah, it's not the whole. It's blown the race open, I think, again. I think it's blown in her favour, I think, is what I would say.
And Vance is an awful choice for a fucking VP as well.
But they thought they were going up against Biden.
Yeah, totally. Like, it fair fucking play to Biden. And I love how Kamala Harris was like, yep, I got this. And she's all over the place already. Trump's not going to be able to match that energy. You know, like, he's fucking nearly 80 himself. He's not going to be able to campaign as hard.
Nope.
So, yeah, and fuck you, Musk, as well, dickhead. God. $45 million a month he's giving to Trump. And Trump said he wants to basically reduce the EV or end the EV mandate. And I just, what the fuck is Musk doing? It's so weird.
It's almost like somebody thinks that all of their grants and subsidies are going to disappear in the next couple of years.
But I mean,
he's an absolute piece of shit, though, isn't he? Like, how are people surprised?
I don't think they are.
What, Musk?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I am. I like just like the Tesla mission statement. I believed and I was into, and I think they're really good cars. I'm so disappointed because I really thought I was going to get a Tesla when my lease runs out next year. At the moment, no fucking chance. No chance.
Given his family history and his upbringing and stuff like that, how was he ever going to be anything other than, like, I think he's watched, like, superhero movies as a kid and gone, I want to be that guy. And it's not the superhero, it's the supervillain. That is what he's aiming to be.
I mean, he was in Iron Man 2. You know, like, he wants to be... He thinks he's
literally
Tony
paid
Stark
to be in it as well.
Yeah.
You know, he self-financed an episode of The Simpsons to have him in it as a genius inventor.
Isn't it just his team?
Yeah. The guy's a fucking fraud. Even the whole richest man in the world thing. No, you're not.
Paper.
You're not. Because there are sovereign wealth funds that are worth just inexplicably more than you. It's just they don't go around shouting about it all the time.
Sorry. I haven't done politics much on the show of late, which is weird considering we just had an election, but yeah, there you go.
I think none of us wanted to jinx it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was my thing.
That's a fair point.
None of us wanted to say it just in case we had to come back a few weeks later and go, well, that didn't go very well.
But hey, look, and I'm certainly not saying Kamala Harris is going to run away with it or anything. I think there's still an awful lot of work, you know, but man, I feel better about that than I did a week ago.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, back to
Beetlejuice looks great.
Yeah, it does. Fucking hell, sorry. I think I've only got the two biggies. So the one biggie that came out today, you guys haven't seen.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I've watched part of the new Borderlands one, if that's what we're on about.
No. Okay, alright. Borderlands, oh yeah, it's only a couple of weeks away, isn't it? I've got to be honest, I think Borderlands looks quite fun. It's going to be shit, but I think it's trailering quite well.
I think the fact that it seems to have... There was loads of trailers and bits for it, and then it seems to have disappeared a little bit.
They reform partied. They spunked their load too early.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's going to be like 95 minutes before credits, but that also really worries me.
Look, that comes out the day that I basically start 2 and a bit weeks off work, and that and Trap as a double bill in the cinema.
That's gonna be fun.
That's a fun evening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think and then the next day, first Cardiff City game of the season. So I'm gonna be doing things right there, and then the Sunday I'm in Dubrovnik, which is unfortunate because I fucked up and should have been seeing Mark and the boys that weekend. But never mind.
So the biggie.
So the biggie that I saw, a complete unknown, the James Mangold directed Bob Dylan biopic starring Timothée Chalamet. Right, the thing is, Dune Part 2 this didn't strike me. Wonka this didn't strike me. This, it's just the fact that he's got a face that looks like it knows Wi-Fi. But he's Bob Dylan.
I am looking at a thumbnail here, and I am looking at it like, yeah, he's recording this. It's him sat looking like not into the camera but across from the camera with a guitar, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's got a MacBook.
Do me a favour, guys, as well. Just maybe watch like the first 30 seconds of the trailer. Like, I think it's him singing. I'm pretty sure it's Chalamet singing. I just would like your thoughts.
A few months back, my friend Woody Guthrie and I, we met a young man. He dropped in on us out of nowhere and he played us a song. In that moment, we got a feeling we were getting a glimpse of the future.
Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son?
Voice isn't bad, to be fair.
That's the thing.
Oh, where have you been, my darling young one?
I think the voice is good, but it's just the face. It's Chalamet. Obviously, but it just... I don't see Bob Dylan at all.
No. It's a weird one, I think. Because, I mean, for you, Bex, Dylan's your all-timer, isn't he?
Yeah.
So...
I trust Chalamet not to be shit.
I trust James Mangold as well. I've always put Dylan up there as in the pantheon of one of those that I don't think we need a biopic of. So he's up there. I think I said it to Ian the Boy Chat earlier that he's up there with like Prince and David Bowie. I like knowing bits about them, but having the mystique there as well.
Yeah, I get that.
But I'm looking forward to it. I will watch it. So
yeah. I like that, and the trailer itself. I don't think it looks bad at all. It's just like the Chalamet of it. It's just I don't know. Could they not just do some like? Maybe they are, but like more prosthetics or something. I don't know. It just that bothers me. But I think the voice is good. And this time next year,
dangerous. I think that's a real dangerous kind of road to go down, though.
What?
Prostheticing people up.
Yeah, I don't like the prosthetics. I don't like that.
But it's the fact that Timothée Chalamet is just so fucking Timothée Chalamet that he's not Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. It's why I think with these things you're better off getting a character actor.
But if Chalamet is a good actor. If
he's
the
very
best
good
person for the role, then he shouldn't be kept away from it by his beautiful face.
No, yeah, totally. And look, obviously it's a 2-minute trailer. It just like I wasn't expecting to be so taken out of it, and I think it was because you don't see his face at first, and the voice. I was like, fucking hell, that's all right.
That profile shot right at the start. It's like, oh, okay, and then it shows him face on, and it's like.
You're just Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
But I like that rather than trying to prosthetic him.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think I'm going to have that with Jeremy Allen White when it comes to Bruce Springsteen. Maybe because I just don't have that much experience of Jeremy Allen White because I don't watch The Bear.
Yeah, that's it. He's still a bit facially new.
Yeah. But oh man, I'm looking forward to that Springsteen one. It's directed by your boy, in it.
Yeah, Scott Cooper.
Yeah. God's sake.
Yeah, that is going to be. It's gonna be like gruff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lived in.
Yeah, no, looking forward to that too. But yeah, I mean, and I didn't think this was like, because I feel like they were filming not long ago. So like the fact that we've got a trailer would seem to indicate it's an Oscar botherer. So we'll see it probably like January over here or something like that. And then I'll be honest, man, you want to 2.5 hours away from the cold winter watching this in a cinema sounds pretty good to me.
Yep. I'm looking forward to like what happened when Walk the Line came out and like everyone rediscovered Johnny Cash. I am looking forward to the idea of everyone rediscovering Bob Dylan and Bob Dylan giving zero fucks about it.
So, Biggie.
Yeah.
Joker Folle had the good for them. Like, hope it's good. I think the trailer's like, yeah, that's exactly what the kind of thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see how it goes. I'm also looking forward to how annoyed people are going to be by it, if I'm honest.
Oh my god. I'm just looking forward to this just being Todd Phillips in just absolute Todd Phillips mode of going, just bring it. This is the film I want to make. I am here to kind of poke the bear a little bit. And it's fucking great. And the fact that he's making these movies just look visually so stunning.
It does look nice.
It's the fact that the Venice president's already come out and because obviously it's in competition again. Like Joker won their top prize. It's in competition at Venice, and they've said it's stunning. You know, that's okay, cool, great. That's the thing that I think is going to rile people the more is the fact that
it might be good.
Yeah, and just the fact it's a Joker sequel playing one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world. You know, and I there's something about that I just find very entertaining. But no, I mean this looks great. Apparently they're going to campaign Lady Gaga for Best Supporting Actress. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, I'm hoping for 2.5 hours of mad shit.
Yeah, that's it. It's just, I mean, I am very much in the can for Todd Phillips, and you know that there is that. If there was any studio notes of this is what you've got to do, Phillips would have looked at it and gone, right, guys, we need to do the opposite of everything on this list.
He has taken no notes for this. This is, you are going to give us this money and you are going to fuck off.
Yeah. And then when you fuck off some more.
Yeah. The amount of money that Joker made, this could make not a penny, and they're still in the black. Easy.
And Todd Phillips has literally said that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He said the great thing is that because of how much Joker made, this movie doesn't have to be a success, so I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm making. He said, I've made sequels before, but this is the first proper sequel where I had a good idea for a sequel. He said, because The Hangover was just, no, we don't want to do a Hangover Part 2. Oh, please, do it. We'll give you double the amount of money. All right, I'm just going to make the same movie, but I'm just going to make it stupider and just worse.
And a bit darker.
And then they did, it was like, really? And then it was like, with Bradley, it was like, we could just make this really fucking just dark and just see what people will laugh at.
I could see a Hangover, but specifically Hangover 2 and 3 rewatch happening before Joker 2.
What I will say is, they are dark. Hangover Part 2 is the darkest of the three.
Yeah.
3 is just... It's the fact that that somehow Todd Phillips makes Kenny Young that just looks so fucking cool so often in it. And he's just... And like he said himself, I'm a spectacularly uncool man. I am a little Chinese guy who's a doctor. I am not a cool man, and somehow Todd Phillips managed to make me look like motherfucking Elvis levels of cool.
Todd Phillips would beg to disagree.
It's just, I love those movies. I'm really looking forward to this. But yeah. Those 3 movies are just, you know, when people say, "Oh, the best trilogy of all time is the Toy Story movies," you're like, "There's 4 of them, you dickhead." The back of my mind, I'm always going, I am more gutted there's 4 of them right now than you are, because I want to be able to say, "Oh, the Hangover movies," just to watch people just fucking start to splutter and sort of malfunction with their rage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that was trailers. And this is Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. Directed by Kevin Costner and starring Kevin Costner, Sienna Miller, Sam Worthington, Jenna Malone, Owen Crow-Shu, Tantanka Means, Ella Hunt, Tim Guinea, apparently Giovanni Ribisi, certainly there at the end, Danny
Very
Houston,
much there at the end, yeah.
Abby Lee, Michael Rooker, Will Patton,
Dale Dickey.
Dale Dickey, yeah, just an awful lot of people.
I was really, really bothering me throughout where I recognised the guy that played Caleb from. I was like, fucking recognise him. I even recognised the actor's name. He's from fucking Stranger Things. And then I was really disappointed in myself.
Oh, he's good though.
He is good, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll get to it.
So, Horizon chronicles a multifaceted 15-year span of pre- and post-Civil War expansion and settlement of the American West. I think maybe all 4 chapters does.
Yeah, that's it. I think maybe all 4 chapters do.
Yeah, I don't think this does. Right. So Bex, you already kind of alluded to it, but you were a fan.
It's my favourite TV series of this year, 100%. Can't wait for season 2. No, I mean, I did. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed its lazy pacing. I enjoyed the scale it was going for. The issue that you have is because it is long and they are covering a lot of material over the 4 purported parts. This is the setup. They're setting up all these stories that are going to pull together.
Is that like a little bit... Sorry, is that like a little bit when you go back and watch the first Lord of the Rings movie and realise it's dull as fuck?
Well, no, not even that. Like, if you go back to the start of, like, Sons of Anarchy, for example, which is a fucking magnificent TV series.
TV show.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I agree with you.
You've got all these little bits, these pockets of story that come together, and that is what this is. But because of that, it feels vignette-y. And I just think it would have been given the room it needed more as a limited series rather than as this. If they'd put 1 and 2 together as season 1, 3 and 4 together as season 2, or even had 4 seasons if you want to pitch for that. But I just think trying to squeeze all these separate stories and then you jump in from that one to that one to that one and then back to that one and then over to that one again, and it gets a bit... You don't really get to... It's trying to do like an introductory kind of... setup where you kind of get to know everybody, and then I'm assuming all their stories will start pulling together when they all get to Horizon. But you don't get to spend enough time with anybody to actually know who they are or really sort of root for their story.
Yeah. Sorry to just interject very quickly on that. I agree with you, but I think, like, for instance, the siege that happens at the start of the movie.
Yeah.
That, as a 45-minute or 50-minute
Episode.
pilot
Yeah.
to a TV show, would have you going, fucking go on then.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's even structured like
Yeah.
like 4 45-minute episodes of something.
It is, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, I can't fault the content. I can't fault the quality. It's fucking great. It's just not necessarily a movie. Which makes me sad because it is really fucking good. And for me, obviously, opinions may vary, but I watched this today, and I'm shit at watching films on my day off because I go, oh, I should probably wash up though. Oh, I should probably stick another wash in. Oh, I should probably blah 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 blah, and then I'll break the watching of something up. But that probably with this worked in my favour because I'd get to what felt like a natural break point in the story and go, yeah, I'll just hang that washing out and stick another load in, and then come back to it. So it was like episodes. But there wasn't any point where I was like, for fuck's sake, I've got to go back and watch the rest of that now. Because I was really enjoying it. I thought everyone was really good in it as well.
They were, and Jenna Malone was in it as well.
Apart from Jenna Malone, probably, yeah. I think she thinks she's in a different movie than everyone else. I think she thinks
every time she's in a movie, I think she's in a different movie. The problem is, every time she appears to think she's in the same movie.
Yeah. I think she thinks she's in an episode of Westworld.
Is she in Westworld?
I don't know. I haven't watched Westworld. But I have watched a couple of episodes and it's got that kind of theatrically period piece vibe that she has in this, whereas the rest of them are more like normal people but that live in a period. Oh god, that was another one. Isabel Furman. I was looking at it, I was like, I know you. And then I was like, fucking her out of what's it?
Orphan.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner loves those films.
I messaged Mark and I was like, do you reckon Costner just really, really enjoys horse riding, so he picks his role based on how much he'll get to do?
Yeah, like I sent a message back to you. Like most of it's filmed on his ranch. They're all his horses.
Can you imagine living that life? Just living on a ranch with a fuck ton of horses.
Nope.
I would genuinely sacrifice body parts to be able to live that life.
I'd sacrifice body parts to not.
But like, how old is Costner?
69.
Looks
Nice.
fucking good for 69. That bit where Abby Lee's like climbing on him and riding his dick, I was like, do you know what, girl? Relatable.
Fair.
I mean, he could have been a little bit more enthused about that, though.
It's not really what he's there for, though, is it?
But I don't know. If Donna was like, "You're in hospital, but I'll ride you for a bit," yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I think I'd be more than. I think my point is, I'd be more than. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
I don't know. With the kid in the room, like there's the bit where it's like, we're literally gonna wake up the kid.
Nah, fuck it. It's the Wild West, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. Kids have seen worse.
Who cares?
And then they get given to a Chinese family.
There you go.
Go and build the fucking railroad, motherfuckers.
Mark, thoughts?
I mean, I sent you a review of it.
Yeah.
I will message that out to our to the Twitter. What's it? And you can look at it on there. But yeah, the thing is,
Can I just say I don't agree with that review because I think all of the stories are equally compelling.
I stand by my review. There's a lot of very good performances in it. When I think it's darker, it's good. When it becomes a bit like plinky plonky, fucking fun Wild West kind of thing, a bit like that, a bit fucking stagecoachy.
When does it do
It
that?
has a few bits like that where it becomes a little bit.
You just want their lives
raucous.
to be completely
Yeah,
bleak.
I don't think it was that pleasant a place to be.
I think it was completely like joyless though.
I think it kind of probably was. And it's those bits, but again, and we've come back to it, but that is what makes it seem more TV-y. It makes it seem like that. There was one thing that really bothered me.
Go on.
In it. So you know the bit where Abby Lee tells him to go up to that she's going to be up in the house at the top of the hill, and he needs to keep going until he gets to the top of the hill, and the last house will be is hers. Right there. And then you've got that Jamie Campbell Bower as Caleb, who plays a great fucking douchebag. The scene he has with his brother, where he's fucking throws him out after he's just killed, what's his name? And his brother like does that full blown like fucking kick at him and kicks him across the floor. That was like, this is fucking good.
I thought
this is when it's good.
Yeah.
And then his little bit with Costner there, where he's being fucking just like he's just been a piece of shit.
Yeah.
There. But the bit that bothered me about that is he gets to the top and he goes, I don't appreciate the fact that you made me walk all the way up here for that. I'm thinking, that's not that far. Like, you could overarm throw a tennis ball from where you're stood to where you've walked from. That's not that far.
No.
Why does everyone keep saying this is really far? And that was bothering me. When that is bothering you at one of the bits of the movie that you think is one of the better bits of the movie should be doing better. And that's what I'm saying.
I thought the guy who played Junior was really good as well. I thought he had some
Which was Junior?
Caleb's big brother.
Oh, yeah, fucking, yeah.
Yeah, he had some real fucking gravity behind him.
Yeah.
Although I did spend an inordinate amount of the film thinking that
It was
like,
the guy from Supernatural.
Yeah,
Ian
just had, like-
Solomon, or whatever his name is.
No,
Oh, no,
Ian Somerhalder's from
Jared
Gene
Padalecki.
Wilder.
Ian Somerhalder is from the
Vampire Diaries.
Right, which one's the one? Is it Jared?
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah, I thought it was him for a little bit, and then was like, but wait a minute, it's not. No, Ian Salamander's the guy from fucking, what's it, innit? Smallville, isn't it? Or is that somebody else?
No,
am I getting all of these people
You are getting all of these people.
Dude, Beck's already told you. Ian Somerhalder's from the Vampire. He was in Lost as well.
Don't watch Lost. Who am I thinking of?
Ian Somerhalder is that guy.
Oh, I didn't think that was a person I was thinking about, because I don't recognise him as a person.
You're
Great, so now we have to guess the random fucking TV actor you're thinking of.
That's the guy I thought was, that's the guy I thought was the guy that's in Horizon.
Jared Padalecki is like the low T version of Junior in this.
Yeah, he is, yeah. But he's quite hench now, isn't he?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But then you've got...
I'm back in the room.
I was watching it going, do you know what? This feels like it's never going to get dangerous enough. It's never going to get brutal enough, because I know Ben Foster isn't in it at any point.
You saw the bit at the end, right, with the scalping, yeah?
Yeah, but if Ben Foster was in that, he'd have been, like, wiping blood across his face and, like, putting the scalps on top of his head or something.
He would have
like
eaten the scalp.
Yeah, he would have been doing
He'd
something
have been fucking
like
the
that.
skull, let's be honest.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right.
It'd have been... and the fact is that because someone like Ben Foster is not in this, I know it's not going to be quite dark enough for it to be...
It's plenty fucking dark.
But it's not dark enough.
For you, specifically.
Maybe. It could be dark. I just get the feeling like if you want to tell an American saga, you need it to be, and you want it to be... that's it. It's never compelling or gripping. It's good at points,
Disagree.
but I never found it compelling or gripping, is what I would say there. But I do maintain that, and I'll put this out, not that the meme that I made for you guys, of, it is... everybody should be saying, when Abby Lee is on screen, hey, where's Marigold? Because the energy levels in the film just go up so much when she just appears and appears to be has decided, this is my movie. Everybody go away for 20 minutes.
She's alarmingly thin though. Like a facial kind of definition. I mean, great for her, those cheekbones. She's going to be able to hang her old age on them, but yeah.
What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fine. I'm a little bit gutted because, like, I remember when Costner said like he wasn't coming back to Yellowstone. He was like, "See you at the movies." It was like, great, cool, yeah, that's good. Let's have Kevin Costner in the movies, and then you got this, which was a TV show. You know, and I feel like because he piled like a lot of his money and like a few other kind of like private backers put their money into this, and I feel like if Costner positioned this to Netflix or maybe even to Apple as like, I will make you 2 seasons of TV that is like me, like a Western TV show by Kevin Costner.
Horizon, the TV show, wins so many fucking awards. It is untrue, and it is heralded. Even if it's exactly the same, just episodically put into our episodes, it wins all the fucking TV awards, and Costner is hailed as this might be his opus. And
yeah.
Now it's just it you know, the second part will get released, the third part is in production now, and the fourth part might not happen.
I really hope it does.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope for Costner that it does, because you want that. I wish I wasn't saying it was a TV show. I wish I was saying it was a movie and I just wasn't into it. But it's a TV show. It's shot in flat, not scope. It's shot digitally, not film.
That has a problem. That is a problem.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I'm so right.
I felt weird watching an epic western that I was palpably aware was shot on digital.
Yeah, for sure. And it's got that pacing is TV pacing, because he knows that he doesn't have to wrap anything up in this. You know, that he's only like telling 25% of the story. So that shit can be more languid, and guess what? That's what TV does. You know, so I even down to the end where it was that montage of bits that are going to happen, I assume, in chapter 2, where it just felt like next time on Horizon.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
it did. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, because the budget's been made quite a big thing of this $200 million budget, but it's now come out that it's $200 million for all 4 movies.
Oh, okay.
It's not. There was places were quoting saying that the first 2 it was like $200 million. It's like, no, it's $50 million a movie. And then when you watch it, you go, that's $50 million is on screen.
Yeah,
Sure.
It is, but
you
like
get
you
a
said,
lot of that for free with the terrain, though. To be fair,
you do get a lot of it through the terrain, but that's the beauty of shooting that kind of thing. And the Costa's an incredibly clever filmmaker. So, for instance, shooting the siege bit at night means you can hide bits within the darkness. So effectively, you get a bump for less money.
Yeah.
It's a genius way. It's clever filmmaking.
But I mean, $50 million. Agree. It's there on the screen. In the US, it's earned $28.7 million. Internationally, it has earned 2.2. So,
Because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah. Because because it's 3 hours long. I mean, that is it. But it's made $30 million worldwide. Even like if divided by 4, that's $50 million. And I don't think that includes like marketing or prints and advertising and stuff like that either. So this is gonna lose money, and now it's the does he get the money to finish it all off? Because if I was a distributor, and I'm assuming Warner's have probably only committed to parts 1 and 2, why the fuck would I bother? Re-edit it as a TV show, sell it to fucking Netflix, and maybe you'll wash your face. And I hate saying that because I want more movies.
Yeah.
It's not a movie.
But would you watch it if you did?
No.
Exactly.
But that's
No,
it.
but I'm not going to watch chapters 2, 3, or 4 either. There's no fucking... I mean, I gave this a 3 out of 5. I think it's mildly not shit. But the fact that it's 3 hours and we're only a quarter of the way through it, fuck that.
I mean, I will be watching part 2 for sure.
Yeah, cool. You guys, all power to you. I'll listen to you guys review it.
That's fine, but that's because I'm more westerns. I'm more in the canon for westerns.
I just...
Love a Western.
It's another
Huh?
9
Love a
hours,
Western.
man.
Yeah, but
I'd watch it all right now.
Ian, you forget that I have watched The Postman,
More than once?
which is 3 hours long, like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I've only watched that once. But I have
So-
watched it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not shit. I do think it's not shit. I hoped it was. I hoped it would have been a little bit better.
Bex, good on you. I hope you get all 4.
Yeah, I'm definitely not shit. I can't wait for the next one, to be honest. Love it.
And our audience,
I might cut it into episodes myself and make myself like a pop.
wait, somebody will do that.
Yeah.
Our audience poll: definite shit 50%, touching cloth 13%, and shit 38%.
Right, Mark, Bex, what you guys been up to?
Should we go first, Max? Have we watched anything together this week apart from... Oh, we've watched one together, haven't we, apart from the aforementioned movies?
Yes.
I'll let you lead on this one, because I've got a few to watch. Do you want, what is it?
Okay. So I.
What? That's for the one we watch together. Or do you want to do yours first, then we'll meet in the middle?
Yeah.
Go on, then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So. Coughing in my ear. I watched the remainder of the Wreck movies. So I didn't talk about Wreck 2 last week, did I? I just did Wreck.
Yeah, it's just Wreck.
Yeah. So I watched 2, 3, and 4. 2, obviously, well, not obviously if you haven't seen them, but follows on directly from the events of Wreck, with the police following, well, the rest of the people that went into the building to see what the fuck's going on and see if there's any survivors. And just basically getting embroiled in all that shit. It's kind of just more of the same. But one of the people that they bring in with them is like a priest, rather than a straight up police officer. And it casts more light on the history of what's going on. So the only clue as to what's going on that you've got in Wreck is they find newspaper clippings in the penthouse and they deduce that some shit's gone on. Whereas in Wreck 2, that's very much kind of laid out for you. You've got a more solid foundation of weird possession infection, I guess. So yeah, it gives it more kind of grounding to work off, I guess. And they do find Angela in the movie as well, who has survived being dragged off at the end of number 1, which is great. But then she's running around with these guys trying to survive again. So then jumping over Wreck 3. Well, no, you can't really. So Wreck 3 is about so it's the first one, obviously, that's not set in the apartment block. You've got oh my god, what is she called?
I don't know, I haven't watched the film.
Clara and Calder's wedding. And so the dog that gets bitten, it intimates by a mosquito that's also bitten the infected girl that's been kept in the penthouse, that has been taken to a vet in the first Wreck movie. The vet is the uncle of the groom at the wedding and has been bitten by the dog. So it's about like a simultaneous outbreak on a different site. So obviously you've got, he gets like gradually iller and iller, and then he bites his wife, and then it all kind of goes from there. So it's again, same principle, but it's different location. They discovered that by chanting religious mantra at the zombies, they can make them stop. And yeah, lots of running about. Clara cuts her wedding dress into bits with a chainsaw when she decides she wants to be badass.
I remember that bit, yeah.
That's real fucking good. Really enjoyed
It's
that.
a look.
It really is, yeah. I remembered Calder as being really pathetic, and he just isn't. Like, there's a whole bit that I forgot about where they go and haul up. They get split up, and then some of them end up in this like church that's on the grounds of the property where they're getting married, and the zombies can't get in at the church because obviously it's a religious site. So, but then he finds some like medieval armour and puts that on to go back and try and find Clara. That's great. Some good imagery.
I don't remember that.
This one's got more of a sense of, I mean, up until the fucking devastating end, but this one's got more of a sense of fun to it. It's got more comic relief than the previous two. I think the most kind of, apart from obviously the location change, the most striking difference with the first two is the camera work. So obviously 1 and 2, it works off the cameraman's camera, and then it works off the police helmet cams, and then in this one it starts off as being all the footage is through the wedding videographer's camera and another cousin that is sort of videoing it on a handheld camera, and it sticks with that up until just after the outbreak, and then it just kind of record scratch freeze frame and it goes to static cameras like normal film cameras.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, it's a little bit disappointing because it's kind of its thing up to that point. But I do think the movie would have suffered for... They've obviously wanted to go for a more kind of glitzy movie look. You can't really do that with...
No, with handhelds.
Yeah. So I get why they did it, and it works, but it's a bit like, oh, that's kind of sad. You've kind of lost the thing that made you your thing. But then they get another thing because they get Clara with her chainsaw. So, but yeah, really
Every
good
cloud.
movie. Eh?
Every cloud in that.
Exactly. Absolutely soul-crushingly devastating finish to this movie, though.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember it either.
What happens?
Shall I say?
Yeah, it's an old movie.
Okay, so Clara
All
and
spoils all
Calder...
time.
Clara and Calder eventually like meet back up, and they're looking to escape from the grounds. There's a priest that's chanting religious stuff through the like loudspeaker system, so they're kind of weaving their way through all the zombies who are just like juddering in place. But Calder's granddad's got a hearing aid and that doesn't work very well, so he's not hearing it. So he bites her, and then she's like puts her arm out on a thing. Rock, I guess, and it's like, Calder, fucking cut it off with your medieval sword. Cut that fucking arm right off. Fucking cut it off. So he cuts it off, and she's got her arm stump, and she's just, and it's like, yeah, fucking beat it. She's not turning. This is very, very exciting. And then they get to the like railings of the fence, and like they try to see out to kind of see whether there's any way for them to get out, because they've put the big plastic tenting up around the outside and everything. And Calder's like, Clara, can you see anything? And she just turns around, and she's like, she's got the infected eyes, and she's like, she's turning it. They didn't get her arm quick enough, and it's just like, it's just such a fucking punch to the heart. And then like, rather than leave her, he picks her up to walk out through the like plastic tunnel thing, and they're like, no, stop, she's infected, and he just stands there with her in his arms, and then she bites him, and then they gun them the fuck down, and then they're both laid in front of in front of this tunnel just next to each other, and like join hands across the gap. It's very sad. I did a little cry. And then number 4 is back to Angela, back to the apartment block. These guys come in, they rescue her, they find her as a survivor, and they take her out, and then she wakes up on this big ship, which is like a quarantine ship, and they're trying to just make sure she's not infected. Whereas in reality, they try to find a cure, I guess. But they're like bad guys because they also want to study it and infect things with it to study them. And then obviously she's infected because at the end of the first one off camera and then in the second one on camera, you see that the infected girl from the penthouse has essentially vomited the possession into her. But then she's showing up as not being infected, so it's like, oh, this is very strange. But yeah, it's, again, a lot of running around a ship, people try to shoot her, people trying to extract her blood, a monkey gets free. Number 4's good.
Always a monkey.
There's always a monkey. But yeah, it turns out at the end that she actually was never infected during this testing period, that the parasite, the possession parasite thing had switched host sometime between the guy that rescued her finding her and them leaving the apartment building because it decided that he was a stronger host, so he's been infected the whole time. And then they have to kill him.
Cool.
Then they escape from the boat. It's good. It's not as good as the other 3.
Yeah, I remember the 3 and 4 being quite negatively received when they came out because they were like, what the fuck are these? Like,
yeah,
this isn't the first 2. But yeah, I remember quite liking Rec 3. I couldn't tell you a thing about 4.
3 is
I remember quite liking both of them, to be honest.
Yeah, Rec 4's good. It's just it's a bit generic.
I don't remember it being generic, but I remember enjoying it enough. Is that all your solos, man?
No. So I also watched Asteroid City.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I'm not going to talk too much about this because obviously we've reviewed it fairly recently because you guys both watched it, but I was really disappointed.
That shocks me, that. I thought you'd have dug it.
No, I didn't enjoy its low energy shit. The only person I liked in it was Steve Carell.
Fair.
I
like the little alien dude.
Yeah, he's alright, but he's not like character, is he?
I liked him though.
I like the bit where he looks at the camera like, ooh.
Oh yeah, I like the fact that he poses for the photo.
That's good. It could have been more interesting than it was, but just nobody seems particularly interested in anything they're doing, and I get that it's a thing, and it's an intentional thing that they've gone for, but it was boring to me. Everyone's lack of enthusiasm, and the kids. Right, if all he's gonna do going forward is make movies about precocious, intelligent, cunty children, I'm not gonna watch them. I might just be done.
He's done that pretty much his entire career.
But when I was a precocious, intelligent, cunty child, I didn't mind it so much. Now that I'm grown, boring. Hellraiser, rewatched Hellraiser, the 2022 one. Really enjoyed it. Only reviewed it a few months ago, so I'm not going to talk very much about it because I also watched the 2024 Mean Girls.
Yes, you did watch the 2024 Mean Girls, didn't you?
Oh, how's this?
Fucking awful.
Oh no.
Like, really, really fucking awful.
I caught the last 10 minutes of it with you.
It's fucking awful.
What I saw made me wretch.
Such a shame. As like Angry Rice, like she was really good in The Nice Guys, and she's got some good like support stuff in the Tom Holland Spider-Man films. So it kind of sucks that she gets a lead role, and that film just disappeared culturally as well.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Poop.
Because it's fucking shit. Like, do you know what? Angry Rice is fine in it as the Katie Heron character. She's fairly sweet. She's probably too sweet though, to be honest. Whereas I think Lilo makes the switch into being a mean girl much better and much more convincing. Janice and Damien are basically the same, but they sing. So that's not really much.
And the guy who plays Damien looks like he's in his 40s.
You don't mean Damien.
Who
you
said
mean Aaron Samuel.
No, I still thought the guy who plays Damien looks like he's in his 40s too.
Oh, fair. I didn't. They were fine, but it was just a retread. Renee Rapp's fucking terrible as Regina George. Just terrible.
Renee Rapp, she's the one who's like, oh God, she came out with some stuff about how she doesn't respect millennials or something. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool.
Which, fine, have your opinions, but she's just unnecessarily. She just seems to be trying to be edgy in interviews and stuff like this. Whether she was playing up to the Regina George shit, or whether she genuinely is just not a very nice person. But yeah, she came across as a dick in the run up to it. She's shit in it. I think she's a singer, I think, isn't she, in real life, and I think her singing bits in it are fine. But like the acting bits are crap. Oh my god! So the other Mean Girls, the other Plastics, the one that's playing what is she called?
I don't know. There's Gretchen.
Gretchen, the one that's playing Gretchen's not very good. The one that's playing Karen is she's actually quite funny in it. She's got the most massive tits you ever did see as well. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I was watching it like they cannot be real. They look like balloons. But she's actually quite funny, and she plays the ditzy kind of Karen role quite well. But yeah, there isn't a single person that's good in it. Busy Phillips is crap as the cool mom thing. Just really, really poor all round.
It's just, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any point in it.
No.
Like, young girls were still watching Mean Girls.
Yeah.
It's like they've ruined Mean Girls for young girls now because they've got this Mean Girls instead.
Oh god, yeah, and the guy that plays like the Aaron Samuels character, the one that she really likes, that's Regina's ex-boyfriend, really, like, he'd have fit into the Wreck movies as an infected. He looks unwell.
He does look quite scary.
Just like grey-skinned, very shiny, really massive bags under his eyes. Like, that boy's not having a good time, whatever's going on behind the scenes. And he's supposed to be the fucking heartthrob. It's just shit. Anyone that's not like watched it out of curiosity and is considering doing it so that they can have an opinion on it, don't. Just don't. Save yourself.
Yeah. Not everyone needs to have an opinion on everything. Occasionally you can just go, I don't give a shit.
Don't think about it and don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've listened.
Fair. And that's me on my own, because the other one that I've watched on my own, I'm about 10 minutes away from the end.
Right, so we watched the I Saw the TV Glow, didn't we?
Oh, okay, yes.
Right, I didn't hate the first half of it, but I didn't like it either. And then it's a film that never gets good, but somehow gradually gets worse. And then by the end of it, I was going, this isn't serious, is it? This isn't... I don't know what's going on. They can't think that this is good. Can they? Can they?
See, I really enjoyed it for most of its runtime, but then that's because I thought it was going somewhere, and then when it didn't, I just felt really cheated.
And it just repeats itself.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really bothers me about the film. Like, she's trying to convince him, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't believe it or whatever. She disappears, and then she reappears, tries to convince him, and then he's just older and miserable for like the last 15 minutes.
And and just like seems to be not just older, but like old beyond his years.
Do you know what's really, really heartening though? Apparently, all that happens when you get old is your lips get a bit chapped. Everything else stays basically
and you completely lose your shit.
Well, yeah.
It's a bad movie. Like, it's a bad movie that seems like you're not allowed to say it's a bad movie because it's got a message. Like, does it?
Yeah, it does, and it's be true to yourself and be open. I mean, it's
but I feel like that's just it's not exactly a unique message in cinema.
I mean, I think the whole trans allegory of it is, you know, it is relatively new. But it's not as I said last week, I don't necessarily think it's a film for me. I think if people find meaning and comfort in it, then great. But I'm also not going to pretend to be a straight white 39-year-old guy saying, yeah, I found the meaning in it. It's not exactly a universal film.
It's not, but also as well, it's pitched as a horror drama, and I don't have a clue where the horror is of it.
No.
Like anywhere in it. About sort of to the end, I thought, hang on a minute, wasn't this supposed to have like a horror element to it?
There's some imagery.
There's some imagery, but I think to tack horror anywhere near it is really.
No, I mean, like, yeah, the last
flimsy.
third is just a bit boring and quite depressing, and that's about the sum of it for me.
Yeah, I was just. There's a couple of good shots in it. There's a couple of good bits of imagery in it. It's intriguing for the first, I would say, 30-35 minutes.
But they don't go anywhere.
But then it just continues doing that. And you think, oh. And it very much does, like... It very much is borrowing from other TV shows. And it's not a TV show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think as you said there, Ian, you know, if there's people who are getting the meaning in it and are getting some out of it, then great. But I found it a little bit. I found the last third of it just very much like this isn't I ain't getting it. This is bad. It's not very good.
And I think people are also falling for the nostalgia baiting of the way it references 90s TV. Like, very strongly.
Yeah.
You know, like, very strongly. And, I think people are kind of connecting with that as well. It feels like a film it's very, very cool to like.
That's
and
what it feels to me like. Like it's a cool film.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'm fine being not very cool.
I have a feeling that this isn't probably as cool as it thinks it is.
I don't know, man. It's A24 and it's got Phoebe Bridgers on the soundtrack, so...
Yeah, still probably not think as cool as this movie thinks it is. Its production company is the Emma Stone and her husband's company, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, one positive, it has made me want to dig out my my DVD box set of Erie, Indiana and watch that through again.
Fair.
So that'll be a good time for me.
Right. Strap yourselves in, motherfuckers, because I've watched some films. So I watched Jumanji: The Next Level. which is the sequel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So the idea is it's the same thing, except at the start of it, it's not Alex Wolff isn't in The Rock's body. It's his grandpa, who's played by Danny DeVito, and Danny Glover is in Kevin Hart's body. The jock guy is in Jack Black's body, and the girl is back in Karen Gillan's body. I still enjoyed Jumanji: The Next Level. It's not as good as the second Jumanji movie.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. It's not as good as that. The Danny Glover, Danny DeVito thing doesn't quite work. It just doesn't... You're kind of watching it going, this is fine, it's funny enough, but it was funnier when it was a group of teenagers in these bodies. It's not as funny when it's supposed to be two old men who don't get along. That's just not quite as funny. The fact that one of them turns up and she's just a horse is quite funny. Yeah. But it sets up a sequel at the end. And I was kind of going, do you know what? After watching these two movies kind of back to back of like a couple of weeks, I'm a little bit gutted that we haven't had that third movie now.
I'm surprised we haven't.
Yeah, it is fundamentally, absolutely The Rock's fault, I reckon. Because I think that he's become so entrenched in his own brand that I don't think he can poke fun at himself anymore.
No,
I don't think he has the necessary the Rock brand. It can't, it's moved on from that. I've got to be above this.
Like he thinks he's too good for
When I was a kid, I didn't dream of growing up and playing somebody that was mildly, affable. I must just be completely 100% just good at everything with confidence all of the time. And so it's a little bit like that. I'd like it to go because his patter that he has with Kevin Hart is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Black reacting to the fact that he's got new weaknesses, and they are sand, heat, and endurance. Is like, we're literally in a desert. What else did I watch? I watched Space Cadet. Yes, Amazon, I am the one that watched Space Cadet.
Fucking hell. Is that Emma Roberts?
It is Emma Roberts.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Hang on a second.
What? It doesn't mean to say it's actually happening, Becky. It's just in development, I believe. Yeah, I'm the person who watched it. Right. So, right. I'll tell you what the story is. Now, if Emma Roberts had made this movie 15 years ago, when she was 18, 19, there would be an element of, well, okay then. Right? So she plays Rex, or Rexy, as she's called, And all Rex wanted to do when she grew up was she wanted to, build things, and she wanted to go to space, and her mum would talk about space, and she was really good at school, and she was on her way to doing all of that, and was the best at everything. And then her mother got sick, her mother died, and now she's lost her way, and she's a bartender who is a fun girl. She's a Florida girl. That keeps on fucking coming up, that she's a Florida girl. And then she decides, do you know what? I need to sort my life out. I'm going to apply to be an astronaut.
As you do.
In spite of having none of the qualifications. So she just writes a really nice letter to NASA to say that although she doesn't have all of these qualifications, that she just has a really plucky spirit and a dream to be an astronaut. Her friend, who's supposed to be proofreading this letter, just makes up a load of shit, and then what would you know, Gabrielle Union, who works for NASA, and she's an outside-the-box fucking thinker. She goes, we're going to take this girl on, because she's an outside-the-box thinker as well, not like you squares to the people at NASA. And she gets there, and she doesn't know that all this has been changed, and they think she can do all this. And then she finds out that, oh my god, they think I'm this other person who's got this doctorate and has done all this science research, and I'm not. So she tells her friend off over the phone saying, oh my god, how could you do this? And the roommate that she's got at space camp, the training camp for astronauts, hears it all, and she's like, oh, I know your secret now, but you know my secret. And she's like, yeah, I do know your secret. What secret are we talking about? And that I've got 11 toes. And then it pans down and shows you, can you guess, people, what does it show?
13 toes.
Close. What does it show?
I know the answer to this because you told me.
What would you think it would show?
10 toes.
Right? Nope, she's wearing boots.
Right.
Genuinely, that happens. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
And then what would you have it? She does really well at astronaut camp against the odds. Right? Give it 2 stars. Right? Do you know why I got those 2 stars?
Go on.
Didn't know Emma Roberts had a butt tattoo. Not like on the cheek, it's on the side, so it's classy. It's not like a, your name here tattoo or anything like that.
It's not like W on one side.
No, it's not nothing like that. No, it's classy. But I was like, Emma Roberts got a side butt tattoo. Fair enough. 2 stars. This is an abomination of a movie. And that's coming from me.
That's fair.
It is, yeah, it's appalling. Yeah. Nobody watch it because I watched it for you all. We watched American Reunion. I like American Reunion. I'd happily take one of these movies like every 7 to 10 years. It's fun, American Reunion. It's both a little bit more grown up than the American Pie movies, which it should be, but also it still has the childish humour of those movies.
Yeah.
And it's quite nice to check in with these people from those.
Yeah,
it's quite sweet checking in with them. I thoroughly enjoy my American Reunion rewatches. And then I also rewatched, Ian, Runner.
You did it. Good.
I did it.
Okay.
What I would say is Affleck's fucking great in this. As he's called Ivan Block, who is just this shady fucking gambling website owner. And there's a great moment in it where he threateningly feeds the police chief of Costa Rica to some crocodiles. And then when one of them actually gets eaten, he's like, holy shit, I didn't think that was actually work. I was just fucking around. But that thing ate him. and it's great. And then, so he gets his guys to drag the other guy out. And he's like tapping the guy on the head and going, man, I am really sorry about that. I didn't think these things actually ate people. But yeah, you get the message though, right? So it did the right thing. It's 80 odd minutes long, right? It's a good time, this movie. It has a few flaws. So Justin Timberlake, who I don't mind as an actor, but the fact that he's got that voice, when he tries to be threatening a few times within it, you're going at him. Because he's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
And he stands weird. Like, Justin Timberlake stands odd. Justin Timberlake stands constantly like a man who really wants you to think that he's thinking of something. But he's Justin Timberlake. And he just stands constantly like that, like, I'm thinking of something. Yeah, I've got a plan. It's like, I don't think you do that. Ben Affleck seems to be way more fun than anybody in this movie, than Ben Affleck should be having in this movie. And I will say this. Anthony Mackie trying... The only thing more funnier than Justin Timberlake trying to be, like, threatening is Anthony Mackie trying to be threatening. Because you just look at it and go, mate, you don't have the jaw to pull off threatening. It doesn't work on you.
Visual white noise.
Yeah. But fuck me, Gemma Arterton is a fucking force in this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just in every scene she's in, you're just looking at it and going, yeah, the character that you are playing, which is, you're supposed to be there to be kind of like the face of the business, but that everybody likes you, but everybody's sort of scared of you, and everybody wants to fuck you. It's kind of you there going, yep, I am both scared of her, think she looks like a fucking great night out, and yeah, you kind of want to fuck her because she's Gemma Arterton, and genuinely the screen presence that fucking woman has. There's a moment where she just walks into a conversation that Justin Timberlake and Ben Affleck are having, and you're like, you are not taking your fucking eyes off her. She's just the entire energy of the room, and Ben Affleck is kind of going, not the character, Ben Affleck is going, yeah, I fucking know. Whereas Justin Timberlake is still stood there going, Justin, we don't think you're thinking, you just look like you're thinking. Stop it. Yeah. I had a great time rewatching Runner Runner. It is the most 7 out of 10, but you're having a great time watching it. Never watch it on an evening. This is a lunchtime motherfucking watch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lunchtime watch, fucking great time.
But on an evening, but after like a few beers with a takeaway.
You'd be fine with that, yeah. You'd be fine with that because it's short enough that you're not gonna have had a few beers, eaten your takeaway, and then you're not gonna fall asleep for the last 20 minutes because there's no last 20 minutes because it fucking ends.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've never watched Runner Runner, like low key banger. Ian, what you been up to?
Okay, so I watched a few things. Just getting them up now. Did a little bit more Ghibli. Watched Spirited Away, first watch for lots. I mean that film's great. It's so creative. Where does he come up with that shit? It rules.
It is wild. Some people's imaginations.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like episodic, but unlike Howl's Moving Castle, where it then kind of just goes in a direction that's not very interesting. This soars, and like the last half hour or so rules. One of Joe Hishashi's best scores. Some great themes through it, and like fucking stunning to look at as well. Like obviously, it's Spirited Away, absolutely rules. Really, really pleased with that rewatch.
What did Lottie think of it?
Sorry?
What did Lottie think of it?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. She was well in. She had a really good time. Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
I've hovered on rewatching this for about 2-3 years.
I mean, there's some really, really funny shit in this. There is a little bit of gay panic stuff in there with Sacha Baron Cohen's character, but at the same time, it also does seem to be taking the piss out of gay panic as well. So, it's interesting.
It is about NASCAR. I think they can just about get away with it.
God, I'm gonna spoil like just my favourite bit in it, and I did not remember this at all. Ricky Bobby goes round Sacha Baron Cohen's house, I think it is, and he's having like a gathering outside, and it is like, oh, excuse me for a second, and it cuts to a shot, and it's Mos Def and Elvis Costello, and then Will Ferrell and Sacha Baron Cohen are walking along, and Will Ferrell's just like, was that Mos Def and Elvis Costello? And Sacha Baron Cohen just goes, no. And then they just continue the conversation, and it's never referenced again. It's fucking great. No, I mean, honestly, like, just the way it plays out.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this because I forgot that moment, and that just sounds funny.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
It's good. It's fucking good. There's this kind of running thing about how Will Ferrell thinks he's on fire, but he's not on fire, and which is incredible. Oh god. Just there's a bit where John C. Reilly calls Will Ferrell in the middle of the night. And I don't want to spoil it, but the end of that scene again is so fucking random, and I love it. It's not Anchorman, and it's probably not the other guys in terms of that like real quality, but fuck man, it's fucking funny. It's on Netflix as well, so easy watch. I really enjoy it. Okay, and watch the two Deadpools, which I always remember enjoying, but I think I kind of forget how much I like them. So Deadpool 1, was a film that basically got made because they would just give us a small amount of money. The director is a visual effects whiz, who I think owns a visual effects company, so was obviously able to kind of work on the cheap there.
I think Reynolds basically took next to no money for it, and just essentially went, "I'll just take points."
Yeah, which super smart. Deadpool is very fun. It's the opening credits are a little bit edgelordy, where it's starring God's perfect idiot, written by the real heroes here, directed by an overpaid tool, and it's a bit okay, now I'm a bit oh fuck, you think you're edgy, don't you? But the thing about Deadpool is the fact that, as well as the snarky stuff, a lot of it which is funny, both the films, and Mark, you said this in the boy chat yesterday, both films have a lot of heart to them. You like Wade Wilson. It is when you boil it down, it is him and a romantic interest, and about his relationship with Vanessa, and she's well played by Monica Baccarin as well. But it's also scuzzy and grimy, and there's some filthy jokes in it. But yeah, I enjoy Deadpool. Ed Skrein as well, I actually think is pretty good as the villain. Just the fact that he's kind of the villain just because he's really fucking annoyed by Deadpool. He just finds him really annoying.
Yeah.
And that's great. And then Deadpool 2, the increase in budget is fucking palpable when you watch them back to back. Suddenly there are big crowd scenes, and there are big sets, and that film, an awful lot of fun. So good action. It's directed by David Leitch, or directed by one of the guys who killed the dog in John Wick, as it says at the start. Which, again, even that I think is funnier than directed by an overpaid tool. So there's that. It's more playful than the first one. There's a running joke in the second one about, I think Mark knows where I'm going with this, where in a prison scene, Cable kills a guy who calls himself Black Tom, but he's white. And then throughout the film, Deadpool references how Cable's racist for killing Black Tom. And it just made me laugh every time he fucking said something about it.
It does come up a lot.
It comes up a few times. And yeah, it's fun. The stuff at the end where, you know, like he kills the zipped up mouth Deadpool. He fucking kills Ryan Reynolds after reading the Green Lantern script. It's good. You know, like, it's a fair play to Ryan Reynolds, and, you know, obviously that's his whole shtick, but it works, and he's perfect character for it. That's the thing. It works in the Deadpool guys. And again, I think it's because you like Deadpool. If you watch him in Red Notice, do you like that character?
And I think the problem is there's no... It works in, like, The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah. And
it works.
Sequel. I like both those films.
Yeah, it works in those. It doesn't work as much in, like, in Red Notice, because he's playing a foil to somebody who is just aching to be cool.
Yeah.
But who is visually not that cool. Whereas Samuel L. Jackson is literally the living embodiment of cool. You know, there's elements of that to it. The Red Notice feels like it's Reynolds going, like, Deadpool, Hitman's Bodyguard, they're ones for me because I enjoy doing them. Red Notice is one for them. It's that helped. Red Notice is how I end up investing in this, because it gets me the money to do that. Whereas, you know, and Deadpool 3, I think he was saying that he's deferred most of his salary to, like, the writers for it.
Yeah,
bits like that.
Again, he'll have some back end on this. I mean,
he will.
He'll be a production company as well. But no, yeah. I know what you mean.
But, you know, you'll have a lot of acts out there who don't do that shit.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah.
And who will go, well, you know, I'll take my fucking 100 million that I'm going to make off this.
Yeah, quite. And it's, if Deadpool and Wolverine is the end of the Deadpool films, which you would imagine they would be. It would be.
I think Reynolds has said that for him it might not be the end of the character. But it's the end of the of the Deadpool films for him. That he doesn't. He's going to say, I don't think I want to be having to, like, get Deadpool fit when I'm in my 50s.
Yeah, I mean, the dude's like, I think the dude's in his late 40s now. You know, so
yeah.
And I mean, like, he's just had a fucking fourth kid as well. Like, that's got to be exhausting in itself. But yeah, I don't know. It would be odd if it's now Deadpool's going to pop up in Secret Wars, but he can't do fourth wall breaking or swear like he does. If Deadpool and Wolverine is the farewell to basically the Fox Marvel films that it's supposed to be, I feel like it's going to be a good point to leave off. Hopefully it will be good. And it's like, right, you got 3 Deadpool films. They're all really fucking solid. Done.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I every time I watch Deadpool 2, I like it even more. I think it gets... I noticed funny bits that I didn't notice before. And I genuinely think that the emotional beat in it is really fucking well done. Wonderful use of Take On Me,
yeah.
The acoustic version of that, because that works, and it genuinely it gets me every time. Yeah. I'm like, a literal movie where he's just been hitting people in the paedophiles in the face with a brick, and now I'm getting emotional about it. It's just, it's on such They walk such a fine line that I think it makes you worry about the next one of, it's such a fine line they're walking that all you have to do is slip one way either way, and you lose the whole fucking thing. They're a tightrope of how well these things balance. I'm like I said, as we're recording, I think we're both seeing it tomorrow. I think.
Yep.
And I'm doing that because I want minimal spoilers.
Yeah, I read a review on The Verge earlier today.
Well, why would you read a review?
Because I just wanted to get a general opinion, and it spoiled one of the characters who's in it. And it wasn't even like spoilers, it was just like... I won't say anything, but it was, oh, fuck's sake. I mean, I'm going to stop talking now. So there you go, Deadpool. Really looking forward to the third one. Right. We're not done yet, guys. Strap in for Twisters. Twisters is directed by Lee Isaac Chung and stars... doesn't star my burp, but it does star Daisy Edgar-Jones, Glenn Powell, Anthony Ramos, Brandon Pereira, Maura Tierney, Sasha Lane, Daryl McCormick, Kiernan Shipka, David Corenswet, and TV on the Radio's Tunde Adebimpe. I love that guy just rocks up. There he is in Rachel Getting Married. 16 years later, there he is as the old guy with glasses in Twisters. Good stuff. I like TV on the radio. Anyway, a retired tornado chaser and meteorologist is persuaded to return to Oklahoma to work with a new team and new technologies. That's a really fucking weird synopsis. Yep. New team and new technologies. I mean, yeah, I suppose. It just doesn't make it sound very exciting. But it is. It's Twisters. Mark, did Twisters blow you away?
Fuck yeah. Just... The thing is, it's a weather movie with Glenn Powell as a sexy fucking cowboy fucking tornado wrangler.
And he milks every last drop out of that role.
Yeah, he does. And, the only mild negative, he doesn't take his shirt off at any point during it.
He doesn't, no.
No.
Maybe he's trying a new thing.
Which is a crime in of itself. It's just properly good, entertaining fun.
Yeah.
It's it follows up on the first one of just going, right, these people chase tornadoes, but we're not explaining why they do it. They just fucking do alright. Fuck off. Right? Tornadoes are mental. We're going to show you how fucking mental they are. There's a little bit of fucking trauma in this, but then there's just tornado chasing. So it's just giving them chasing tornadoes. What did you not fucking think was fucking cool about that?
Yeah.
And that's it. It's fucking cool. There you fucking go. What else do you need?
Well, exactly.
Glenn Powell out his shirt at one point. That's all you need. That gets it from a 4.5 out of 5 to a 5 out of 5.
No, but you see he's got layers as well. Because
he's got a vest on as well.
On the face of it, he's this like douchebaggy YouTuber that's just like all slick and charm and stuff. But he's actually an actual meteorologist as well, who's clever.
I really enjoyed it. It got the vibe down well.
Yes.
With that, Anthony Ramos didn't just weird me out as much as he normally does, but he does still weird me out. Do you know what Anthony Ramos looks like visually? It does. He has a cook energy, yeah. Do you know what he looks like visually? If he looks like he's in the wrong aspect ratio for being a human.
Yeah, that's not wrong, actually.
Like, constantly. He does. His proportions are just all off. Oh, wow. I guarantee you, if on your TV, if you had Anthony Ramos on it, and you scrolled through like the various picture settings that you can have, at one point you'd go, fuck, he looks normal. He looks normal, but everyone else would look fucking out of weirdness.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Great time with it.
Fucking Anthony Ramos is catching strays on this show today, isn't he? Fucking hell.
Said to you as well, didn't I? Like, that's some real fucking nice guy energy where she asks him to help her, like, literally save people's lives. And he's like, there was a point when I'd have done anything for you. What, now that you know that she's not going to fuck you because Powell's here.
Yeah.
You're just not going to help save people's literal lives anymore.
Somebody should have said, mate, you, wrong aspect ratio, Glenn Powell.
He's distractingly, not Glenn Powell, obviously.
Well, he's distractingly attractive.
He is distractingly ugly. Like, it takes you out of the movie.
It is a bit weird how he's
How ugly he is.
in
A thing.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Oscars, the like I think it might have been the Oscars just before COVID, where he like either presented a section or presented an award because they thought he was going to be the hot thing within the Heights. Like, In the Heights was supposed to be so massive.
It was so fucking bad as well.
Yeah, and then it just absolutely, like, the biggest sad trombone release.
That's perfect.
No, but I mean, honestly, though, because it was like critics were like, this is the one. You know, like, this is going to be the shit. And you had people willing themselves to like it, and it just did nothing, and it just no one talks about it. And so Anthony Ramos over the last few years, he's popped up in stuff, you know, and it's like, I thought he was all right in that Transformers film last year.
Yeah.
You know, he's fine, but you put him next to Glenn Powell, and it's basically unfair. And I know it's not supposed to be a love triangle, but it feels like it was written like a love triangle. And then Anthony Ramos rocked up on set, had one conversation with Glenn Powell, and the director looked at him and went, fuck.
We need to pivot right now.
No, yeah, I mean, because it just, that's the thing. He's got the biggest cuck energy in this bloody film. Like, and I would watch. The thing is, I would watch Glenn Powell cuck him all day long.
Oh yeah,
Like all day long. Like that is a kink, as you said, Mark, in the boy chat. And then Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. I mean, the decision that they make to not have them kiss, that apparently was Steven Spielberg's idea, to not have them kiss, is absolutely wild. No.
you should have had them kiss literally just at the end.
In that barn.
Barn.
They need to start making out. He needs to pick her up, and then you could cut to like the next day or something like that because you're a 12A. That's absolutely fine. But man, oh god, that film's windy and I love it. But Bex, your thoughts?
Yeah, very similar, to be honest. It is exactly what I expected it to be, which sounds like damning with kind of faint praise or whatever, but that's what I wanted it to be. It's a Twister sequel. It's not going to be making you rethink your fucking outlook on life or anything like that. It's a movie with really cool weather.
Oh, I'm a little bit fucking Ewoks fucking about to go down to people's houses and say, have you heard of our Lord and Saviour Glenn Powell?
I meant the storyline, not the cast.
Still the same thing.
But it's got cool weather, it's got great effects. I think it's got a similar energy to the original, but without being a retread.
Well, Glenn Powell was friends with Bill Paxton, weren't they? They were quite close. And he said that he absolutely, when he signed up to it, was like, I don't want to try and do a retread of that. I want it to be completely different because no one can get Bill Paxton energy. He was a unique screen presence.
But I feel like I wanted to rewatch it before we went to see this because I can't fully remember it. But was there a nerds versus jocks kind of vibe in that?
A little bit, yeah. There was science versus ragtangled group.
Yeah, so was the Bill Paxton group the ragtag group?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, like, Glenn Powell's group in this are just, like, they're supposed to be, like, the fucking jock cowboys, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they're actually not. They've got some quite sophisticated procedures that they use to do this kind of thing.
Yeah,
just
there's
they
more
do
fun.
it in a cowboy-y way with fireworks. Why the fuck not? They look like they're having a lovely time. I had a similar thing with this one as well, actually, as Horizon, where it's like, who do I know you? Where do I know you from? It's one of his crew is the girl out of Love Lies Bleeding, isn't it?
Oh, Katie O'Brien. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she the
Cowboy hatted lady.
Oh, right, yeah.
The one that stays behind.
Yeah.
And then the one that runs the drone is the girl out of American Honey. It's a movie.
Cool.
And I recognised her. I haven't seen the film, but I've seen the trailer and the poster a number of times, and I was like, I recognise your fucking face.
I just like the fact that Paul Scheer turned up at the end.
Yeah, that was good.
What?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. You've literally watched The League.
The dude with the gap in his teeth.
Oh shit! Yeah. No, that was funny.
Because he really likes Twisters.
Apparently he was on a plane. Lee Isaac Chung was on the same plane. They just got into a conversation, and Lee Isaac Chung was like, "Do you want to be in Twisters?"
I did expect. I think.
Sorry, just one quick thing. I do think it's funny that he's been tweeting saying my movie is the biggest movie in the world right now.
I mean, yeah, fair. Yeah, I think because like I watch films and TV and stuff like that, and I kind of follow both worlds. I was quite surprised how quickly Kanan Shipka was killed off. Because I feel like if you watch TV, she's quite a big deal.
Is that the girl who gets killed off at the start?
Right at the beginning, yeah.
What's she called?
Kanan Shipka.
Well, I think wasn't she the lead in Totally Killer?
Yes.
Oh, she is, yeah.
I quite like her.
Yeah, so when I saw she was in it, I kind of anticipated her being in it for more than 5
I thought
minutes.
that was her. I just thought she looked like her and it wasn't actually her.
Yeah,
She's the Riverdale girl.
because yeah.
Really? She's in Sabrina. She's not in...
Sabrina,
Oh,
that's the
okay,
prick.
Yeah. No, because I mean, like her and Daisy Edgar Jones's like boyfriend who gets killed. He's Daryl McCormick, who's he was in Good Luck to the Leo Grande. He's in Bad Sisters, and it's like they're kind of those two are like they're kind of up and coming actors, and they get killed off in like the first 10 minutes, and then like the bad guy.
And then fucking Anthony Ramos, he just sticks around.
Holy
Bad fucking
shit.
hell.
Yeah.
Is Javier's business partner is
Yeah.
the new Superman?
Yeah, David Corenswet.
yeah.
I was literally about to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am so worried about the new Superman now.
You weren't before?
I mean, I was already before, but yeah, that man is not charismatic.
No.
And I mean, like, he was doing most of his scenes next to Anthony Ramos.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
should basically
Should
be the most charismatic force on Earth.
He has the screen presence of a ball sack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just,
Yeah, it's concerning.
I'm thinking about Anthony Ramos again. I'm just thinking about the line in Deadpool where it's like, you look like a topographical map of Utah fucked an avocado.
It's true, though.
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't. But yeah, it's got big weather, it's got hot people, and Anthony Ramos, and it's just a really fucking good time. It's a really good. It's like entertainment tentpole kind of movies. They're all just seen as like fucking your Marvel shit now. This is entertainment-y, tentpole-y, grown up.
What I will say is, to agree with you there, is the right lessons I think will be learned out of this movie. In the sense that studios will then go, wait, we can do just like, not all of our movies have to have a message. They can just be fun movies. Yeah, they can.
It did have a message.
It's not a hammer it
No,
home.
it isn't. No, it's just live your life. Like that's not. It's not like it's a difficult message to fucking be on board with.
What I mean, more I mean is there's not a message that's going to poke any bear.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be building a franchise, and it can
No,
just be a thing.
It's left itself open for a sequel, but it doesn't necessarily have to have one. It probably will, because it's done well. But if it didn't get one, you wouldn't need one.
I was saying to Mark earlier in the week, Ian, because the news came out that Glenn Powell's going to be in the Backdraft remake.
Oh, God, is he? Okay, yeah.
And I told Mark, and he was just like, yeah, all right then. I think we're genuinely at a point where it's like, Glenn Powell, if they're going to make a remake of anything and they don't want people to get like up in arms, just stick Glenn Powell in it. It's fine. Running Man, fine.
But that made me think, do you know what? Glenn Powell might be the new Kurt Russell. That he can do the action-y bit and the drama bit and everything like that, but also he can just be a bit fun with it and poke fun at himself, but still be quite cool with it.
Well, he's got the movie star looks and charm without taking that side of it, or
without looking like a fucking skin job.
Without taking it too seriously as well, like without protecting his image at all costs and stuff like that. He will.
No. The fact that at the Hitman premiere, his parents were holding up signs behind him saying, "Stop trying to make Glenn Powell happen."
It's good.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I thought this was great. I was already looking forward to it, but it really surprised me. It's got that 90s blockbuster energy to it massively. It builds its characters well. I will say, I thought Glenn Powell and team were maybe a bit too aggressively dickhead, right? Like when they first appeared. Like that does quickly change, but they just kind of seem nasty. So then when it's like actually they're selling merchandise to like basically help pay for like relief efforts and stuff like that, I was a bit like, I feel like those characters introduced to us half an hour ago wouldn't be doing this. But you know, it's a pretty minor quibble. I like Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yeah, she's. I didn't expect to come out of this movie going, Daisy Edgar Jones has got a good screen energy.
Yeah. I thought she wore the trauma well, but also the being excited about getting back into the stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Like I think she played those ranges well. You know, Powell, the fact that you believe that he could be a YouTuber, but also that he's a very serious guy with a degree. That I think that works well. Decent supporting cast. Ramos is fine. It weirds me out that he's literally like the third lead on the poster as well. And it's just like, this is Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. Like, he doesn't need to. That feels like an agent stipulation thing, to be honest. But
at some point, people are going to forget that he was in Hamilton, or not care about Hamilton.
No, quite. But yeah,
I really enjoyed the bit where they went to the rodeo.
Yeah,
I think you'd really like to go to a rodeo, wouldn't you, mate?
I'd fucking love to go to a rodeo. But just with like horsey like riding stuff. I don't really want to see any bulls get hurt.
I think they don't technically hurt them because they need them for the next rodeo.
Okay.
It was just even in that sequence.
I just want to ride a horse again, Mark. That's all it is. I just want to ride a fucking horse. That's the theme of tonight's show.
Right, we'll take you.
Take me to a ranch.
Ranch, yeah.
I'll retire to a ranch out in Montana. No fucking problem. I don't care if it's where the dogs go.
Okay, but no, I mean, even in that the rodeo scene and kind of like the aftermath, like I like the way that they're in that hotel and like, we have you got a basement? Have you got a basement? And those two other people are there like complaining about the room, and you're just having like spending that like just 20-30 seconds on those people feels like something that wouldn't necessarily happen now, but would happen in the 90s, where it's like, here's a couple of fucking like idiots who are about to have a really bad fucking time. You know, like that.
You look at them going, God, I can't wait to see you die.
Yeah, exactly. And then, they drive off and immediately get fucking sucked up into a fucking tornado. Satisfying. That's the thing. This film is fucking satisfying. It feels like a really good meal of a film.
Yeah, it does, yeah. But like a real good, like, down to earth meal. It's nothing fucking fancy. It's just really nutritious and tasty. Can I break in for just 1 second, actually? Because I've thought of a niggle that really bothered me when we were watching it. And I've never been to America, so I don't know about their level of preparedness for this kind of thing. But if you live in a town that has a tornado siren, right, would you not anticipate that there would be tornado evacuation procedures in place to a building that has a basement?
I mean, to be fair as well, in that sequence, how the fuck, like, they're tornado chasers. How do they not know that there's a chance that a tornado might be coming to this rodeo? They are very surprised by it. It like, surprise tornado for those people feels a little bit like, really?
I think it's because they've kind of... It is... The story that they keep on having on the weather thing is that it's freak weather and it is a bit unprecedented.
But back to my original point.
What?
If you live in a town with a tornado siren, would you not anticipate a storm shelter?
I don't think it's necessarily just a tornado siren. I think that's just a weather siren. And can I point to you, Americans?
Alright, so take it back a step then. If you live in a town that feels need to have a weather siren, would you not have some kind of weather shelter in place?
Yeah.
I live in the UK. I'd quite like a little storm shelter, just in case the nuclear apocalypse happens. It's
got a shed.
Not going to happen.
Got a brick shed.
We'll never get any tornadoes. I'd like an underground space that feels safe.
No, I've got a brick
God,
shed.
you want an underground space, you want a ranch. What the fuck else do you want, Becky?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god, a panic room.
And a panic room.
Yeah.
What is happening to us in the future?
They just seem like they'd be good to have. If someone breaks into your house, have you not seen them?
What?
Ills, whatever you'd call it, if you were speaking.
Is your panic room underground? Because you're not getting down the stairs into it if someone breaks into your house that quick.
No, they'd probably be separate things.
We're going to lose a bedroom or a panic room.
Be hidden really, really artfully, though.
I still reckon you'd be able to tell.
Although you could have,
not
you
a
could have
massive
a panic
house.
room entrance, right, that leads down to an underground shelter and then hermetically seals off to the outside world in case of chemical attacks.
This just sounds expensive.
Zombies would never find you in there.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely
Anyway.
not shit.
Definitely not shit.
Definitely not shit, yeah. Really, really good time. Good meal.
We get worried if Bex comes home with just fucking boxes full of canned goods soon.
I could be a prepper.
Yeah, our audience poll was... Definitely not shit, 64%. Touching cloth, 9%. Don't you fucking dare, 18%. And Geostorm, 9%.
What? Don't you fucking dare?
People weren't allowed to
If people weren't allowed to say it was shit.
Good. Sorry, yeah, okay, good.
Right.
Twitter questions, go on then.
Rick Kidd, watched The Art of the Steal the other day. It's a fairly middling heist film, but Terence Stamp has some brilliantly deeply sarcastic lines. What are your favourite sarcastic comments? Can be a film or just in real life.
I mean,
there could be children listening.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
Sorry. I mean, so my boy Paul references this quite a lot. This is a real life thing, but that does make me laugh, and it's something I said. So, and you know, good for me. But I was at work once, and like people saying what they did at the weekend, and I said, I took Lottie to go see Captain Underpants, and somebody said, "Oh, is that a kids' film?" And I was just like, it's called fucking Captain Underpants, Lim. What do you think? And like Paul's reaction to it, he was it was very, very good. It was Captain Underpants a kids film. What do you say to that?
Bex.
I don't know whether I'd necessarily say it's my favourite, but I'm struggling to think of anything more. But the first thing that came to my head when you mentioned it was basically anything said by Alan Rickman in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That's good. Alan Rickman's also a good one in the in Die Hard. He has a good one to Ellis where he says, "Really, you figured this out all by yourself?"
That's good.
The spoon thing probably is the highlight.
That's not really sarcastic, but it's a funny line.
Because it's dull, you idiot. It'll hurt more. It's pretty sarcastic.
Actually, yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, probably anything said by Alan Rickman in anything could probably win this award because he's fucking was great at sarcasm. So yeah.
Walter in The Big Lebowski with his, "Oh, that poor fucking woman. She kidnapped herself, you said so yourself, dude." It's a fucking great line.
Let's watch that again, actually. Quickly
Yeah.
on the list.
Yeah. Not quite sarcasm, but it did pop into my head, but it isn't quite sarcasm. But in Hot Tub Time Machine, when they're in the club, in the bar, and it's just Craig Robinson and Rob Corddry, and he bets that guy about what's going to happen in the game, and he turns round to the guy's girlfriend, and he's like, "Oh, that's a great coat. I don't give a shit about animals either." It's a perfect line for that character.
Yeah.
Also, the other bit of, I'm just going to start quoting fucking like Time Machine lines now, but they're not even that sarcastic, but they're funny. To Clark Duke, "Who the fuck are you texting?" And he's saying, "Just a girl." It's like, just somebody. He's like, "Male or female?" It's like, "I have had lots of girlfriends, I'll have you know." And Cordy's response is, "You have had lots of boyfriends."
No, it's like, I've
gay
had
ones.
lots of girlfriends, hot ones. You have lots of
boyfriends, gay ones.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's the fact that line was not written.
Oh, and you can 100%
like at all,
yeah.
and everybody is laughing about it. And Corddry is trying not to laugh himself, and literally just pulls this really smug face. And Clark Duke is just kind of like going, "I have to put up with this all of the time because this guy is my comedic mentor."
I'm exempting myself from the next question because I need to dip out.
Why?
Because I do.
Oh, okay, fair enough. What have I got here? Dylan Black Lanterns. I was listening to Scott Weinberg's Overheated podcast and was reminded about the film Doomsday. What movie's initial concepts were you super stoked to hear about, only for the film to be a bit of a misfire? I'd also put the 1998 Avengers film on that list.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Becky just shouted Prometheus.
I mean that. Yeah, that is the answer though. I'm going to respectfully disagree on Doomsday.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree on Doomsday because it's fucking great. Has one of my low key, like, blink and you'll miss it moments in a film, like top level ones, where it's, you know, when they get on the train and the train's pulling away and they're chasing after it. And the main guy who played like the fucking all of the things in Descent, does the
Craig Conway, I think his name is.
Yeah. He does like a big screen thing because they've missed the, what is it, and then stops, and as the camera's pulling away, he just punches the guy next to him square in the face. And it's just great.
I mean, because it kind of like starts off as like a virus film, then it kind of turns almost like into Aliens for a bit, where they're like investigating that lab,
and then it becomes Escape from New York,
and then it becomes Escape from New York, and then it becomes like some sort of medieval thing for like 15 minutes, and then it ends as Mad Max.
Yep.
Like, Doom. Yeah. Anyway, so sorry.
He's
Dylan,
got a new film coming out this year.
On
Neil
your
Marshall.
point. I mean, sure. Like Neil Marshall.
Yeah. Called The Duchess.
Does it star his missus?
Don't think it does.
What's her name? Charlotte something.
Yeah. I mean, man, that's a fucking fall from, isn't it?
I mean, it's just the fact that like that she was involved in like the downfall of an ex. Charlotte Kirk, I think her name is. was involved in the downfall of an ex like chairman of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And like there's like real downfall. Like Hellboy, nobody liked working on that. He did some Game of Thrones and whatnot, but
Yeah, no, she does play the lead character
Yeah.
in the new one. Yeah.
there you go.
Sign for back in the room.
You're back. Did you hear? You didn't hear the question. You shouted Prometheus.
Yeah, I mean Prometheus is the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, Prometheus is the answer to that.
I don't think I've ever been as disappointed in a movie as I was in Prometheus. I mean, it was a great day. Shit film. Apart from maybe Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
You need to rewatch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Can I skip the bit where Elsa dies off screen?
Sure.
It's so disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else, but it is Prometheus is the answer.
Prometheus is the answer. I'm glad I got that in early.
Yeah. And that is all the questions we had.
Okay, so coming up on next week's show, we've got Deadpool and Wolverine. Looking forward to it. Don't think there's anything else coming out on streaming or anything. So, and we have to have a think about the week after because nothing is out. Which is
I think you two should both watch Baghead.
There's something on streaming.
Baghead. You need to watch Baghead.
I might watch Baghead.
I'll rewatch it with you.
No.
I could watch Baghead, I suppose.
Watch Baghead.
Stop shouting Baghead.
Yeah, no, I need you to stop saying watch Baghead. I don't know, it's weirding me out.
Fucking watch Baghead.
We're going to watch Baghead so you'll stop saying Baghead.
Baghead.
It's becoming one of those words that now has no meaning.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. What's this thing that's on streaming, you reckon?
I don't know, but I think there is something.
There's the black and white version of Godzilla -1, Godzilla -1 minus colour on August 1st on Netflix, apparently.
Pretty fucking cool, that.
That is pretty fucking cool.
There'll be something. We'll cover something. We'll work that
actually,
next week.
Did you guys watch Wicked Little Letters?
No.
No.
Ian? Oh, that comes next Friday to Netflix. That might be a shout.
Ooh.
Do a bit of a recap episode.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch that as well.
Yeah, that could actually work. And it's annoying because the week after is Trap and Cuckoo as well as Borderlands, but that's a triple bill. But I'm in Dubrovnik that week and I'm not going to be able to record.
But that does give us a bumper episode the week after.
Yeah, because then the week after is Alien Romulus as well.
Oh, that's a fucking meaty show.
Yeah.
That film had better not Prometheus us.
I have faith in that film.
I do.
Mainly because I just think it's going to be an outright just horror movie, and I'm down.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Right, that'll be that. These guys have got to eat. I need to pee again. So my name's been Ian. His name's been
Mark.
Her name's been
Becky.
And Jason Reitman. Fuck off. Bye.
Bye.